This interface has changed a lot compared to before. It renders more content, and it seems the field of view has been adjusted as well. This ADS4 has some potential. Let's fire it up and try it out. This lead has now been successfully activated. Is he planning to go left? Well, I'm heading right. Still not entirely sure. But there's definitely improvement here, real progress worth noting. Compared to how he used to be, he's much more confident now when crossing over the yellow line. Before, he'd hesitate a lot, second guess himself. Take 2. I used to feel he was quite cautious on the road, especially within this park, where he wasn't bold enough to cross the Huangshu line. But after implementing ads, his confidence has grown noticeably, and this issue has improved significantly. He now navigates the area much more smoothly and securely. But I feel like something's not quite right with your steering wheel. Maybe it's loose or needs adjusting. Did you guys feel something strange with his steering wheel just now? It felt kind of stiff, not smooth at all. I don't want him to go this way, and I don't want him doing this either. There has to be another path forward. His path can also lead you out. Well, but I don't like it. It's really not his fault. I just don't really want to take that route. His plan is to go around from this side, which is doable. Yes, you can clearly sense that he has a much better understanding of the information available along the roadside, picking up details more quickly and accurately. The SR interface displays more information for you. This should be sufficient now. It can be activated directly from here, whereas previously it wasn't possible. I had to drive onto a proper road before I could turn it on. Then here, compared to before, the vehicle distance information was displayed incorrectly. Well, what other changes have been made? Earlier, the activation condition became more lenient, and there are a few additional adjustments worth noting. It won't have such high limitations. There's still a bit of an issue. The sound starts too abruptly, and could use a smoother beginning to feel more natural. The handling here is better than before. He doesn't blindly swerve around the opposing vehicle. With the ADS 3.3 update, when a large vehicle ahead turns left, he now recognizes the available space and plans a right maneuver. He actually fixed that old issue. I feel like the steering wheel isn't as smooth as the ADS 3.3.2 version. It was smoother back then. The current kneading feels really strange. What does this actually mean, exactly? Did his empty car gradually become more detailed and intricate over time? Just now, I suspect that after he drove in, he noticed it was a bus lane and immediately exited. It's different from before. Previously, in such cases, he would first enter the lane and then change lanes to exit. Wow, can it recognize the words, bus only, now? It couldn't do that before. Look at these bus only signs. Has its voice recognition improved too, or is it still hit or miss? You're the light, I'm not quite sure. Of course, it's possible that whenever this system recognizes a bus lane, it automatically displays these characters. Well, that's possible, because there were words written over there earlier, but he didn't write them here. It's quite possible that it doesn't actually recognize text. I may have overestimated its capabilities. It only suppresses the display of certain words when detecting a bus lane, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has true text recognition. Real text understanding typically requires more advanced S. He should be a universal display, just enhance the modeling to make it look more impressive. Then you're still not finished, you've got more to do. My time. It seems the steering wheel doesn't feel stiff here anymore. Maybe the stiffness only becomes noticeable when VPD is actually active. That could explain why it feels smoother under current conditions. So far, the soldier's driving skills within the ADS compound have improved significantly. However, on public roads, there is still no noticeable progress. Overall performance has actually declined. To put it simply, his VPD has deteriorated further, and is now worse than it was before. I recall ADS can recognize objects like manhole covers. I haven't seen it yet. The arrow on the road is clearly visible and easy to recognize. But are you absolutely sure you want to change lanes here? Okay, perfect. That gives us a much clearer view of how the situation is being handled. You can see that it was modeled very early on, based on its senior interface design. But when handling it, he still switched to this lane first before proceeding. On such long roads, there's still a lack of proper advanced planning. You can see the vehicle smoothly changes lanes to the left, but then quickly swerves back due to a small three-wheeler moving slowly ahead, forcing an abrupt adjustment in trajectory. But on a senior interface, I don't know if you noticed earlier, he saw it a long time ago, but still didn't make an early plan as expected. The sudden deceleration at the crosswalk likely occurred because the large truck obstructed the view of the traffic light, leading to a brief moment of uncertainty and delayed reaction. Yesterday, as I lay there motionless, whose memory surfaced? Only your outline remained. Looking back now, when I think about it, projection seems to come from a world that never existed. I still don't feel any difference at all. What's actually new in versions 3.2, 3.3, 3.3.2, or even the latest 3.3.2 update? Are there any real improvements, bug fixes, or noticeable changes, or is it pretty much the same under the hood? Which version shows the biggest improvement, 3.3.2 over 3.3.1? Then at 333, it was rolled back. The steering feels significantly smoother now. Just look at the pedestrian casually walking over there, moving steadily along the sidewalk. Oh, it's actually really good. I'm busy. The earlier approach to handling the sliding maneuver, particularly in coordination with the pedestrian's movement, was significantly more effective and well executed. It's still moving a little too quickly in this part. And I just noticed a minor issue that needs attention. Well, It seems to get too close to the edges, especially near guardrails. I feel it's a bit too near during maneuvers. Take that left turn earlier, for example. You can review the footage later to see what I mean. In previous versions, this kind of behavior didn't happen. Actually, this is the second. It feels like turning left, then left again, followed by right, and so on. He's not just following the path but constantly replanning the route as he goes. Sadly, I have to say it. Alright, let's go with that. My whole life. Speak. Hey, there's ongoing construction here. But it didn't have much impact on the overall situation, so the difference isn't really noticeable. I think I might. There's a lot of construction here. I'm not really happy with this route plan. It doesn't seem convenient or efficient at all. You're being a bit too extreme about this. But he drove without any issues. I'm not sure if it's because he's gotten more accurate at judging distances. I'd just say, if it were me, I wouldn't drive this way. But he handled it quite steadily, so I didn't feel comfortable directly questioning him. I can only say I'm not really fond of this kind of planning. Let's start by introducing everyone first. Oh, it's significantly more decisive now. The startup is especially quick, beginning to plan almost instantly. You can really feel the substantial improvement in its decision-making speed from this scenario, with responses becoming much smoother and more efficient overall. Much better than version 3.3.2. This enhancement will significantly reduce latency and improve overall performance. This is likely a selection issue. He probably believes the latter option would be faster and more efficient. The car ahead was parked slightly crooked, but he handled it quite well. Then, have there been any changes in the settings? Damn. It's still the same thing as before. He wanted to change lanes because the right lane was moving faster, but there was a car in his blind spot, so he hesitated and stayed put. Staying put was the right move. There's a construction barrier here. By a twist of fate, I suppose. There's construction ahead. Oh, I didn't actually draw this yet. Take a look at this senior interface. See the manhole cover on the ground. We could paint it now. It can detect various warnings on the road, and even recognizes the manhole cover, but it doesn't react accordingly. It merely alerts you that a manhole cover is present, then continues driving over it, without slowing down or changing course, as if no hazard exists. The modeling now feels significantly more accurate and refined than it was previously. What he recognized was a sign that clearly displayed the street name above it, standing out prominently for anyone passing by. This likely has nothing to do with recognition either, at least not in any meaningful way. We just covered this section in the modeling. Take a look, you can clearly see the name, Huawei East Road, right here. What on earth is this song about? What do you mean by that? Understood, Tian. I've got everything covered. Have you ever heard the ugliest sound? They switch lanes well, even over short distances. Speed control continues to be consistently reliable. Go ahead. But when there's no car around him, I always feel like he drives even more recklessly, speeding up and taking sharp turns like he's showing off. Mother. You. There is a disagreement. Together, we rise. I will from now on. This smooth, uneventful road hardly seems worth mentioning. When he suddenly changed lanes a moment ago, we had to slow down significantly to avoid a potential collision. The defensive driving could be improved. Honestly, that car was still a good distance away from us. It wasn't an immediate threat. He was simply starting his maneuver a bit earlier, which didn't require such a strong reaction. Oh, this place is really nice. Turning left back there was definitely a good idea. Glad I did that. As we just saw, that car had its left turn signal on. But I don't think the system detected it. It probably just sensed a slight protrusion at the front of the vehicle. But anyway, as long as this option exists, you'll feel more at ease and confident about the situation. It's like imagining the worst possible situation for you ahead of time, preparing for it before it even happens. His timing was absolutely perfect just now, right on the mark. If it's any later, you'll start to feel more stressed. Wow, there are so many traffic lights. How to arrange 10 traffic lights in 3.5 kilometers? A change was made here first. No problem at all. This approach is definitely the most efficient way to move forward. There is some traffic up ahead, but we should move soon. Let me see how it performs over there. Exposing flaws is too easy for ads. With roads like the current ones, even 3.2.1 wouldn't have any issues. So far, no violations like crossing solid lines, right? Little Ant is a good baby. The lane changes here feel incredibly smooth and seamless. It feels very personified. I want to take a closer look here. Yeah, it's turned out pretty well. He turned the steering wheel slightly to the right, then a car quickly approached from that side, so he turned the wheel back. Very quick response. Red flag could also hang the Huawei home sign, couldn't it? It's definitely possible. Let me think, how should I put this? So far, I believe my decision has been the right one. Of course, it's not just about the ads. The R7, despite its recent poor sales performance, is truly an exceptional car with impressive engineering and design that deserves more recognition. Since the S9T's sound has been getting a lot of attention lately, I decided to go for a test drive to experience it firsthand and see what all the buzz is about. Let me put it this way, after spending time in an R7, which offers generous headroom and a spacious, airy cabin, stepping into a typical sedan feels oddly cramped, almost like you're lying down while driving. The lower roofline really closes in around you, and honestly, I've never been a fan of that. The R7 position feels much more comfortable and offers better support. That's why so many people today prefer buying SUVs over other types of vehicles. Your first car might be a regular vehicle, but once you experience driving in SUV, it's really hard to go back. The difference in comfort, space, and driving position is simply huge. He is significantly closer to the left now than he was before. Wanting to change lanes but hesitating. He shouldn't have changed lanes, there was no need, the road ahead was clear, and he was already going 60, his top speed. Well, there's no issue here, can't this be a left turn lane? Please pay attention to the variable lane, has it been properly addressed yet? Even though Marriage Now includes variable lane information, the system still can't process it effectively. It appears the current approach can only avoid variable lanes rather than handle them. Everyone who showed up was completely fine and in good spirits. Oh, the variable lane and the adjacent lane. Actually, I heard that Ideal has already solved this issue quite effectively. I'm not entirely sure what the best solution is, but it could potentially also recognize and interpret the arrow information effectively. My side of the variable lane really shouldn't be in this position, should it? That doesn't seem right. Are you asking if the earlier one is reversible? But that won't stop us from moving forward. Of course, you. Oh, I see. What you mean now? Yes, this is a reversible lane, and he directly changed lanes without signaling. He should have changed lanes properly, following the correct procedure. But previously, ADS 3.3.2 didn't have this prompt. The variable lane sign displays 4.0 or higher. Here, we need to shift lanes and enter this world, don't we? Because that lane is for left turns. I think. I really have. The meeting was slightly off to the left. Probably because they believe the bus is more dangerous compared to other options, even though statistics might suggest otherwise. It's always a good idea to stay at a safe distance from the bus. Oh, I didn't expect that. Thank you so much for your kind words. I quickly grabbed it and held on tight. When the other person poked their head out, he reacted pretty quickly. The right rear was relatively safe just now. Here, we're bringing you this broadcast live from the first floor. He was absolutely right to block the car from passing. Turning here is completely prohibited. But unfortunately, that car didn't change lanes decisively enough. If it had swerved more aggressively, I'm not sure whether the ADS could have prevented the collision or not. Did he spot an ambulance? Where could the ambulance be? Let's have a closer look and find out. I didn't see it at all. Did I make a mistake? This one is correct. I'll look into it again. This detailed report is useless. I'll look into it again when I get back. After finishing, turn right at the traffic light intersection. That was pretty good just now. Really well done. Since this intersection is slightly skewed to the left, it will naturally lead the direction a bit to the left. Then, this part had some issues in earlier versions, which have now been addressed. At 450, turning right at the green light is now different. Please use the far right lane. We'll be making a right turn soon, so stay in the rightmost lane for the turn. Let's see, could there be a small issue here? Please stay in the rightmost lane, and prepare to turn right at the upcoming traffic light. Well, nothing needed handling, it went pretty smoothly. After the nearby electric scooter stopped, it immediately started replanning. Turn onto Hongjilu North Road. Let me give you a detailed update. This is exactly what I wanted to see. Have you checked this interface? It wasn't available before, but finally it's been implemented. I've been reporting this issue for a year, and I kept pushing just to get this fixed. Because sometimes the center screen shows the senior interface, and its navigation isn't detailed enough to be fully helpful. This is really a great improvement. Turn right shortly after you pass the traffic light. Avoid illegal parking near the 3 halls. Please park properly. Just come around to me. Go ahead and open it yourself. Hello, nice to meet you. High school teacher. Oh, does this mean the intelligent driving navigation is activated directly here? There is no VPD interface anymore. Oh, he actually managed to get through one entire section, but but when he reached my doorstep, he just collapsed, completely drained, unable to go any further. Let me take a closer look at that. Yes, that's correct. Wow, this is absolutely amazing. Since it no longer differentiates between a VP and other modes, in theory, this is essentially our own reserved parking space while operating in AV cruise mode. Let me see if he can find it. Oh, steer slightly to the right when passing oncoming traffic, there are students nearby. There's a car in the left rear, and when transitioning to a VP scenario, the steering will feel slightly stiff, requiring more effort to turn. Your speed control is pretty good, but when we're driving, the steering wheel feels a bit shaky, not as smooth as usual. Can you feel it? I can't explain why, but something's different. Right now, whether it's a VP or VPD doesn't matter. Your own recorded route can be directly imported, which is a significant improvement and makes the process much more seamless. I can't seem to get in right now. It's way more convenient for me to use on a daily basis. It's kind of like the feature Ideal VR mentioned. Everyone follows their own path, and no one is inherently superior to anyone else. This is my designated parking spot. After I drive past the entrance, the system takes over and handles everything automatically, guiding me smoothly to my space. Take a look at his so-called integrated design. It's not as seamless as he claims. Yes, planning the reverse process directly is completely fine and can be an effective approach. Wow, this is really impressive. Watch out for the risk of scratches. Slight adjustment. It's a bit to the right. HMM. He got the ground arrow recognition reversed. Unbeatable. Absolutely unbeatable. The ads version can now be activated with any issue, marking a major leap forward. This upgrade positions us at the forefront of autonomous driving technology. It's clear the competition won't be catching up anytime soon. We're setting the pace now.